Hi everyone, this is Nandinii. Welcome to Cope with Hope, Life in the Time of COVID-19. I am so happy and excited to be doing this, and the first person that I'm going to interview is my friend Soni Razdan. This is the first time that the entire world has come to a full stop. We ourselves in India have been locked down now for 30 days. And we're all looking for those little bits of hope, that little space of peace where we can find our own inner nourishment. So this morning when I was reading the news, I read something that was that little bit of hope for today, and I'll read it out to you. Oxford University has given a fresh hope in the battle against COVID-19 by beginning human trial on its anti-coronavirus vaccine. If found effective, the vaccine could be available from September. Globally, as of the 22nd of April, and this is not great news, but globally, as of the 22nd of April, there has been 24,75,072 confirmed cases, including 1,69,137 deaths reported by WHO. But what's good news is that there's going to be a vaccination and it's going to come soon. What's another bit of good news is that I'm interviewing my friend Soni today, who calls herself Many Minds, One Body, a traveler, a cook, an author, an actor, and let me tell you, she's much so happy to have you on this, Soni.
Same here. Thank you so much for inviting me on your show, and I feel very honored to be the first guest. So thanks.
Yeah, I feel honored too. Yeah. I've known her since we were like little kids. We've had the most amazing life together. Yeah. So Soni, yesterday, I mean, you had written this most amazing thing for the Daily I think it came out last week, called Welcome to the Other Side. And yesterday I was reading something, excuse me everyone, I'm still trying to adjust it. Yesterday I was reading something that reminded me of this, and it's by one of my favorite authors, Haruki Murakami. And he says, and once the storm is over, you won't remember how you made it through, how you managed to survive. You won't even be sure whether the storm is really over. But one thing is certain, when you come out of the storm, you won't be the same person who walked in. That's what the storm is all about, Haruki Murakami. And you know, you start off your article, Welcome to the Other Side, by saying that forget about the whys and wherefores about where this came from. But one thing we do know is that we're not as invincible as we thought we were. And I like the way you've ended it, the last few paragraphs. And I was wondering if you could read this to our audience. But before that, I'd like you to tell them a little bit about your day these days. This is day 30 of our lockdown. So tell me how you manage your day.
Well, to begin with, I don't count the days. So that you told me it's day 30, I'm in shock. I thought it was just 2 weeks, you know.
I checked because of this.
Yeah, obviously. No, the thing is that we are all facing an unprecedented situation, as we all know. And whatever you do, however positive you are, however much you try, however much you don't try, whether you see the news or do not see the news, the fact of the matter is there is this thing sitting on all our shoulders, which we cannot shake off. So this is the reality. Yes. Now the thing is, what do I do to deal with that reality? Is perhaps I look it in the eye. I don't look away from it. So my day does begin with reading whatever news I can online, on some newspaper, wherever I can get information from. And it ends with that. And let me tell you, it's a bit of a paradox or an irony or whatever, but I've never slept better in my life. I sleep the sleep of the, I hate to say it, the dead, but I do. Okay. I've never slept so well as I have now in this really, really stressful time. Maybe it's because of that. I don't know. What do I do during the day? Well, I'm very busy. I mean, I'm normally very busy during the day. Now I'm even more busy because we have, like, you know how it is. Everybody's locked down. We don't have our usual help in the house, whatever it is. So we're all doing our little bit to kind of, live our lives. And I think most of my day just goes in doing all that, really practical things, administrative things, you know, transferring this, cooking that. I mean, that is somewhere how I, and actually I don't have time to read. One of the things I was looking forward to was, oh wow, now I'm locked down. Now I'm finally going to pick up those 500 books which are lying next to my bed, and I'm going to be able to read them. And the time I get to bed in the night, I'm so exhausted. I managed to read a few pages, and then I'm like, I'm out.
Yes, I can understand that. I feel like that as well. And the thing is that there's so much news, there's so many articles on the web, on the internet. You keep getting WhatsApps. I mean, what I did was in the beginning, I just deleted all the WhatsApps, and I just, I used to filter the news that I would take in. And what did you do about this? Because there was such a barrage of so much stuff, and so much of it was fake as well.
Exactly. I was reading everything, and I was going a little crazy. So now I've stopped reading everything, because I frankly don't have the time nor the inclination, because I've read most of it before. So I just read what I need to read now. I'm selective about what I read, and sometimes I try not to read at all. 3 days, meanwhile, I went off Twitter for something, just so that I could get a break, things like that. Not for any other reason. But otherwise, I think I'm pretty balanced in my intake of information. Okay. But I'm in a way hungry for it. I want to know what's going on. I want to know what the statistics are. I want to know what's happening, and I need to be informed. But apart from that, I think after that, I just want to then see a little bit of Netflix, or read a book, or do the cooking, or whatever it is that I'm doing.
Yeah, because being informed is one thing, and being overwhelmed is the other. So I find a lot of people are just taking in so much that they're constantly overwhelmed. Let's face it, that this is a time, it's a very serious time in our lives, and we all have to take care of ourselves. But the thing is, this is not the only time we have to take care of ourselves. The minute we're born, one day we are going to leave this planet, and now it just seems to be magnified in every which way. So
that's so true. That's so true. But I think the main thing that's happening, I think to me and probably to all of us these days, is that we just want to stay safe. We want to make sure our loved ones are safe, and never before has one felt such a huge sense of responsibility towards those living with you than today. So this is a huge thing that's happened. You feel so responsible. I agree with you. And all of us do. It's not just me,
absolutely.
Because now we're all codependent on the other.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I see some people walking on the road without masks, and I'm like, what are they doing? Why are they allowed to do that? I mean, that is crazy. That is crazy. Now.
Yeah, we've all become mother hens. अरे mask पहनो, अरे क्या कर रहे हो?
तू क्या कर रहा है?
पागल हो क्या? ऐसे मत करना. And then I say, am I becoming like an old biddy? How you stand and wait for someone to come. But no, I see so many people breaking so many rules. Anyway, it's quite funny.
And I'm shocked. I mean, how are they doing that when we've all been, like, sort of, anyway.
When it's so clear what to do and what not to do.
Exactly. I think there's so much to be grateful for. I mean, I just don't think, I think probably I could just go on all day, and then everybody would just leave the show. It's great.
Gratitude girl.
My husband, my 2 beautiful daughters, my parents who touch wood are doing so well. So my family is part of that one thing. Then the other thing would be definitely good health, and I think just the acknowledgement of the fact that we live in such a beautiful world. We better not mess it up. We live in a beautiful, 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 beautiful world, and we just have to respect it more. So respect is a very important part of my cake, actually. I think respect for your fellow human beings, and of course, how could my friends not be a huge slice or a huge chunk of that cake? So the beautiful, beautiful friends that I've had the privilege of meeting in this life, and you are one of them. I feel very, very grateful to have met all those people who really have. And then I think the people who have shaped my life in so many ways, who have pushed me to do things which I thought I couldn't do. Satyadev Dubey, for example, pushed me to learn Hindi, which I thought I could never. So people who've helped me, who've pushed me, my parents who have absolutely given me so much in terms of just never stopping me doing what I needed to do in life. They just let me be. And I think, so I've tried to be that a similar